Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, sir, of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And before you listen to this episode, I just got to let you know, I need you to stop what you're doing. Go to blkrenaissance.com, and I need you to shop for the culture. That's right. Anytime you use the promo code LLC20 at Black Renaissance Clothing's website, you will get 20% off your order. Off rip, no questions asked. So do me a favor and do it for the culture. Peace.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sade with Black on Black Rhymes. Step to the mic.
Mic check.
People always ask me where I get my confidence from, and I get it from inside. It's an inside thing, y'all. And when it comes to beautiful skin, I rock with Blendia by India, where her motto is, be confident in your skin. She has a variety of naturally made soaps to keep you smelling good, hair products for long, luscious, healthy hair, and even beard products for men. You know, we got to keep those struggle beards away. So visit blendiabyindia.com and use promo 2020skin to get 10% off your order. Thank you, Blendia by India, for being a sponsor of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC.
Hey, this is Butter So Fly of Powerlines Poetry, here to let you know anytime I feel good, I have to look good, so you have to listen to me. Make sure you go to gurudesigns.com, use a 3 instead of an E. The website is great, so you can get something for yourself, and then she makes custom clothes for men too. And guess what? I got a promo code for you. Use 20/20 and it'll get you 15% off of any order $25 or more. You can't beat that. Go to gurudesigns.com.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest be coming through, jumping knowledge on all of you. Get a bigger the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keeping it real and stay silent just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dough. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, sir, of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And I got my brother in the building, man. One of my bulldogs from back in the day, Mr. Chris Duncan is in the building. What's good, bro?
What's up, fam? What?
Man, long time coming. Long time coming.
I know, right?
So, bro, just to give people listening a little bit of background, Chris and I attended college together. We were in the same dorm, and so we have stories. Let's just say that.
Honorary next door neighbor, man.
Right. We were technically neighbors. But something I was mentioning to Chris is that something I noticed about all the people I came across that I was blessed to be friends with while my time in college is that everybody is doing something, you know, following their passion, following something they are passionate about and just achieving their dreams, man. So honor roll clothing. Let's talk about it, bro. So, Chris, if anybody was to ask what honor roll clothing was about, what would you tell them?
Man, you know, the $1 million question right there. I would say that it's a unisex lifestyle brand. It's me and 2 other partners. They actually started the brand back in 2010. And the heart behind the founder, Blair, his heart was he was never on the honor roll. And that was always the good kids were the ones on honor roll. And so he wanted to make a brand that represented honor roll students of life, those people that continue to grind, those people that are on whatever path that they're on and they're pursuing it full-fledged. So he wanted to create that. And then my other business partner was never on the honor roll, so he was like, "Yeah, I support that." And then I joined the team, and I was like, "I was always on the honor roll." So I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, I think that who cannot resonate with the underdog, like understanding that journey of making it and pushing past it. Like I'm a kid from St. Louis, Missouri, that first generation to go to college. Like you said, we met down there in college, and yeah, college for first gen people or for those people from the neighborhood is different. Like your first year, you just standing there like, hold on, I don't really know how to take all this in, all this love, because that's not where we come from. And then you start just growing through it and like getting used to the love and respecting one another. So yeah, that's what we wanted to encapsulate in a brand of just being able to tell our true authentic stories. I'm from St. Louis. My one business partner is from Washington Heights up in New York, and then my other business partner is from Compton. So we cover in the middle, east and west.
That's dope. That's dope. And with pursuing something of this caliber, you know, it takes inspiration to kind of keep going. So what inspires you guys to kind of brand the way that you guys do? Because true, everybody is intriguing to view yourself as the underdog and then push against, you know, like other corporations in the same field. You know, there are plenty of brands out there, but to look at yourself and say, yeah, I'm up there with them. What inspires you? What keeps your gas going in that light?
Yeah, man. I mean, I have found out I am a little different in the sense of I don't typically look left or right. It's just a goal, and that unfortunately sometimes can even rob me of enjoying the process and enjoying the
Mm,
journey because I'm so goal focused that I'll reach that goal and then I'll just go straight to another goal and not actually turn around and look at where I came from and the journey to actually get there. And literally, it's so funny that you asked about the branding. That's why our tagline is excellence is a process. And so
mm,
excellence is not the goal. Excellence is the process. Every day that you get up, regardless if you feel like getting up or not, going after whatever you love, like regardless if you feel like it, that's part of your excellence journey. Is literally just trying, giving it some effort. And so that's what motivates me is that every single day, it may not be a home run, and I may strike out at the plate, but I'll have another at bat every single time I come up. I'm gonna do my best.
mm. That's what I like to hear. You know, that perseverance does show its fruit, you know, later on. So shout out to y'all for keeping it together, man.
Yeah,
So,
man. But 11 years is crazy, bro.
you know, and I'm glad you brought up the time frame because that was part of my next question with how long you guys had been, you know, keeping the gas in the tank, you know, per se. So let me ask you this because this is one of the questions I don't really hear from entrepreneurs very often. How do you manage to balance, you know, being a family man, being an entrepreneur, and then finding that space for yourself, you know, because it's important to have that balance. So how do you guys find it? You in particular?
Some piece, to be honest, is horribly is the answer. Like, I mean, we've been 11 years, and I know you said 11 years of keeping the gas in the tank. It ran dry a couple times, bro. Like, it is technically 11 years, but we have 2 years that we have literally taken off. I have quit honor roll so many times, bruh. Like it was a little stretch over like 2 to 3 years to where like I'll start turning up and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Chris gonna quit tomorrow," because that was just like I ain't gotta take this, you know, that whole thing. To where now, man, we just in a groove. We click with each other and like we it's almost like that second nature when you are vibing with people and you've been in the trenches so long for with each other. You got one person that's a sharp shooter that
Mhm,
you can post up. You got another person that is literally going to be on the ground, being able to put the pieces of the puzzle together on the spot. You got
mhm,
another person that may not be, you know, particularly skilled in that, but he can do strategy really well. So that's how we just kind of, Voltron that thing. Like apart,
Mm.
we only can do so much apart, but together we make something way greater.
You know, I like to hear the team strategy and capitalizing on your strengths. So let's talk about weakness for a little bit because I think that's only fair. It's only fair.
Oh, for sure.
So at any point in time, did you feel, with you saying you quit, a few times over that 2-year period? At any point in time, did you feel that you guys wouldn't be successful? And if so, who or what changed your mind to come back?
Yeah, it definitely felt like we wouldn't be successful more than a few times. Um, I would say what changed my mind is one, the story that needs to be told. So I would look at other brands, other clothing lines, one that would tell the narrative of Black youth or Black people, and they not Black. I started to really take issue with that. Now, mind you, everybody comes from their own background, but you're telling the story of 90s hip hop and you're telling it as an observer, whereas me and my people, we actually lived that. Like we weren't just
Mhm.
rocking baggy pants or whatever. Like it was real. Like we weren't listening to people talking about selling crack. Like that was XYZ down the street from us. That my grandma was like, "Yo, when they out, you can't walk down there,"
Right.
or you walk down there, you dap everybody up, and they know that you're not even involved with that. That's just the people you grew up with in the neighborhood, where the OGs were only 2 years older than you because that's just what it is. And so I that's one of the motivational factors is like I just got tired of people telling me my story that didn't actually live it. And so that was one reason why I said I had to keep going. Two, I just really started to believe. I always believed in the brand, but I really started to believe in what the brand was doing. That like we'll figure this out. Like this is a jigsaw puzzle, and you get frustrated, you get annoyed, but you're gonna figure it out. And even if you don't figure it all the way out completely at one point in time, like still just put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Fact. I love it, man. Don't give up. All right. So let's talk about one of your favorite memories. Like 11 years is a long time. So was there any one moment that occurred that was like, you know what? This was that validation. I hit
Man,
that milestone.
it's crazy, bro. It happened with the high and low on the same night. We got a loan. We had an investor come through back in the day. This probably was 2013, 2012. We had an investor come through, throw some cash into the company. Super excited, family member of one of our partners. We thinking we hot as baked clowns, bro. We thinking we doing it. So of course, like any uneducated youth, we went to the club, and so we bought a section, and we popping bottles. I'm talking about like one of my partners sitting on the back of a couch, and I mean this is Atlanta 2012 buying section. So
Oh, whoa.
like he's sitting on the back of the couch with the bottle of Moet. I'm got the double fist Ciroc, like in the club with the sunglasses on. And we looked at that tab the next day and was like, bro, we just blew about $3,500 of this money
Ooh.
for no reason in the club. And so it was like validation and then reality hit at the same exact time. Like, man, we doing this. And we were very stupid with how we just stored that money.
Man. Well, now that you've told that story, you know, hopefully someone else will remember this moment and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go, hit up the Dollar Tree, get me one.
You got to celebrate. Now, that is one of
Right.
the biggest things that I have learned is that you got to celebrate. You have to bake in celebrating the wins, big or small. Like if you don't set that up for yourself, like you'll just burn out eventually. So like you got to celebrate, but you can budget it. Like you ain't
Right.
got to go, out here to some crazy island. Go to Miami, bro. Like you'll be all right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like but find whatever that balance, that harmony is. Like you got to celebrate now while grinding, and yeah, it's all a journey, man.
That is. So while speaking of the journey, let's talk long term because salute to you guys making 11 and to here's to 11 more.
Thank
So
you.
that being said, where would you like to see yourself as a person, as a dad, as an entrepreneur in the next 1 year,
Hmm.
in the next 3 years, and then in the next 10 years?
Got you. Next 1 year is a husband, slightly still annoying the hell out of my wife, but to where we can say that we annoying each other and just
Mm,
like whatever and go into another room. As long as we got that line of communication of being like even tonight, like she hate wrestling, but she doesn't hate wrestling. But I'm gonna watch wrestling. Like I gotta follow the storylines. WWE is very whack right now for not pushing Big E, but that's a whole nother
we'll talk
conversation.
later.
Yeah, man. So within the next year, man, I just want to enjoy my family. Like I have a daughter that's about to come of age into herself as a woman. She's about to transition into that period. So I just want us to be able to have some real conversations about
Mhm.
like, because she asked me about spirituality about a week ago. So just talking through those things that I couldn't come to the people that raised me and ask them. Because if you, especially when I grew up, if you even question the Bible, like had literally just had a question, like, yo, how did he get two of every animal? Boy, you ask that again, you're burning in hell. Like,
Right.
oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to answer whatever questions that my daughter may have. As a business owner, man, like it's so crazy because like I'm a business owner twice over. I've been owning Threshold, my marketing company, for 6 years as well. So
Mhm.
like I just want to enjoy the ride. Like I was riding around the other day. It was probably about 2 p.m. in the afternoon, or maybe before two, because I hate rush hour. So I try to get in before that start. But and I was just like, man, this is my life. Like I still got to get home and do some work and hop on some calls, but like this is my life. So yeah, man, it was just one of those things of like, I just want a year from now, especially, man, I'm about to launch a whole brick and mortar coffee.
Oh,
All my
snap.
loves are coming into one spot. So like we're gonna have an actual boutique for Honor Roll. There's going to be a coffee spot there. There's going to be um, uh, uh, a retail space for magazines and music, or books and music. Let me not say magazines. So yeah, like I love magazines, but I mean, for my educated folk, my wife was an English major at Spelman, so there's
Huh.
books here. So, yeah. So yeah, man. I would say within a year to 5 years for that, of just being able to say like, man, I launched this and this is something that I love. Honor Roll can have its own space. Like we still are in that space to where we have to, like literally today, I just confirmed that we're doing a pop-up shop at this spot down here in Atlanta. So like we still have to hustle for that to
Right.
find these spaces. So to have our own space, it's going to feel good, to where we know at least like, yo, like no matter what, we got somewhere to always be. So that would be within 5 years. My daughter would be 15 at that time. So I don't know, man. Hopefully, buying her a whip and not worrying about the stuff that I have to worry about at her age, that she can still be a kid. Yeah, man. In 10 years, I'll be in 10 years 45.
Mhm.
So, and hopefully looking at only doing things that make me happy, having enough cash on reserve, money in the bank. We're good as a family. My daughter would be she 10, so 20, so in college, if she wants to pursue college. So I hope that she just has a solid foundation and feels like she could talk to me about anything, and I just play the role of a counselor. I don't tell her what to do. I just be like, hey, have you thought about this or that? And just step back and let her live her life. um yeah, like I said, with me and my wife, just chilling, man, like with no drama in our lives. And with the business, I don't know, man, if I'm gonna be looking at retirement in 10 years, like thinking through like what I don't know if I want to retire by the time I'm 45, but like thinking through like, all right, what would retirement actually look like? Like, do I
Mhm.
only do what I want to do? Do I have to still stack for another 10 years to be good for the rest of my life? I don't know what that looks like, but plan that out, man. Like I made a shift maybe 3 years ago where I stopped thinking about like check to check living and surviving, and I started making a real effort to cross over into thriving. Like
Yes.
I spent the majority of my life worrying about surviving. I don't come from, I don't come from like a silver spoon background. Like we scratched and clawed for everything, and so to be in this space of like, man, like I feel like I need to throw on like a button-up shirt and only button up one button up out here. You know what I mean? I'm on some linen shorts. So like this just feels like extra innings, man. Like this
Right.
is I want to enjoy this. So I want to thrive for the rest of my life is the goal.
I love that, brother. And I also speak that into existence for you, my brother.
Man.
Good talk. All right. Well, Chris, if anybody wanted to contact you guys regarding the brand, or they just maybe want to pick your brain, or just maybe just get some words of inspiration from you, what's the best way to get in contact with you guys?
Yeah, so the website, if you want to check out the brand, is Honor Roll Clothing. So Honor Roll, like in school, HONORROLL, and then clothing, because most people only put one R. So honorrollclothing.com. We're Honor Roll Clothing on social as well. And if you need to hit us up, info@honorrollshop.com. Sorry about that. I threw a dagger. I need to set up those emails. I just reminded myself that.
You did well. You did well. Final question, brother. And I dedicate this question to everybody listening. The hardest thing to do is to take an idea and run with it, especially when you're passionate about it. It's also the scariest. What words of encouragement do you have for that person who has a dream, but they are afraid to pursue it?
And I am really, truly inspired. Like I saw a common thread listening to Diddy, listening to Oprah, listening to Nip. All they said was just keep going. Like if it's an inch one day, if it's a mile the next day, like stop worrying about the mile and just put one foot in front of the other. So you scared? We all scared. It's a line from Black Hawk Down where the commanding officer tells a dude like, yo, like they get ambushed and he tells a dude like, yo, you need to drive, get in the driver's seat, you need to drive. And the guy responds back to him, I'm shot. And the commanding officer says, we all shot, drive. And that's how I try to pursue life. It's like, bruh, we all out here. We all scared. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like the rich person that you may know or think, like they still have a fear of something, a failure. That's what drives them. So use that fear and literally let it be your motivation instead of being the reason why you don't pursue. Like my mom told me something a long time ago because I was like, but what if it doesn't happen? And she said, what if it does happen? Like you're gonna cry. You're gonna be I remember when I made the decision to go full time with my business. My mom literally I was talking to her and she was like, yo, you gonna be broke. You broke when you go to work every day. So you might as well be broke doing what you love, you know. And now I'm not saying that's for everybody. Be wise. Yeah, but be wise in it, but also like, yo, that fear is something else, and I promise you, I know it well. But you just gotta keep going. You gotta tell. I would also, just in practical wisdom, I would say tell people that you trust your dream, so they can hold you accountable to it. Because I promise you, people literally will bring up something I didn't even know I told them, and would be like, "Yo, like, are you still doing such and such?" And I'm like, "Oh, nah, I ain't." Like, didn't you say that that's what you want to do? Like, oh, snap. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So tell people that you know and you love and you trust. Tell them the vision. Tell them the dream. Like, even if they don't get it, like, that's when you need to make sure that you keep people around you that can be like, I don't really get all that, bro, but I support you and I mess with you the long way. So I got you.
That is. There it is, man. Brother, I appreciate you taking time out your day to do this with me.
Oh, man,
It's always good to reconnect, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
For sure. And with that being said, it's been your boy, Sir Chris Duncan, Honor Roll Clothing, Hopkins Hall, Alabama A&M University. You don't know what the hop is? Yeah, ain't nothing to talk about. But with that being said, we are out. Blessings.